Hi, how's everyone doing? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let's do a few checks. Yeah, I muted for a minute while I was just setting up. Right, okay. It's going to be a quick one tonight because I've got to walk George. So he's going to start tapping me soon to go for a walk. But I wanted to just jump on, do a quick catch up because obviously I've not been on for a while because I've been really mad busy. It was just a quick catch up and have a look at some of these weird news stories, and this was the first one. I'll talk about it in a moment. I'm just having a cuppa. So just a quick chat, see how we're all doing. And I've had someone ask me to look into this lady who passed away in Turkey. So we're going to have a look at that in a moment. There's been an update as well. How are we all doing? Let some more people come in. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, my tea's gone cold now. In the nightmare, I just spilt some bloody pop all down me. Can of pop. And just fed all the birds and the hedgehogs. It's a huge operation now every night, honestly. They're getting through. They're actually eating an entire feeder of seed. A big, massive feeder gone. Then they have piles on the bird tables and... oh, it's mad. Anyway... I don't know yet. I need to have a look. I actually got a little envelope. Oh, really? Right, Lee, that is definitely you, isn't it? Let me just check, because Lee's got a new account. Tell me when you last emailed me, Lee. I hate it when you guys get new accounts. Because it could be anyone. Right, hang on. There we go. Let's get into the live chat. See what's happening. We've got 28 watching. Hello, welcome. 3 likes. Hit the like, guys. Or the dislike if you don't like the content. I won't be offended. Good to see you all tonight. Right, let me just get changed in that account. Swap it over. Okay. And we're off. Yeah, I was going to come on earlier, but I was putting Jack to bed and I fell asleep. So, you know, what can you do? I was absolutely shattered. I'm still shattered, but I thought, right, I'll get up, do all the hedgehogs, and I'll do a quick stream. Yeah, so I spent the week with Free Speech. She's been on holiday again here, so that's why I've not been around. And I've had a bit of a sore throat and not feeling too great. So right, we've got Julius here, new hobby, lovely jubbly. Nikki's here, Brum Vixen. Oh darling, still waiting from 4 o'clock. Oh, this country's a joke. It really is. We got Lee. Lee, is that definitely you? Right, okay. Let me just give you a spanner, Lee. All right, Peaky's here, and hello, welcome everybody that's come in. So yeah, I've had a lovely time. Goes too quickly though, so need to get her back up here. Freezy Peach is going to be moving here. It's just sorting everything out back home, and soon she'll be moving up by me, so I can see her all the time. So before you know it, I'll be sitting here doing streams with her. Hi Sawan, how you doing? So yeah, just a quick catch up. So I do want to do my P Diddy roundup, but obviously, as you know, I haven't been streaming, but I am going to do it. The trial's still ongoing, so there's been more explosive claims coming out, but I want to dedicate an entire stream to that. And then I do want to be talking about this Plum Island. These are just some of the things, if you're coming in, what I'm going to be talking about in the next week or two. I've been doing quite a bit of research into that. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's in New York State. And they're in the process of decommissioning it and moving it into Texas. But literally, some of the stories that are coming out of there, they were doing tests in there, animal tests in the 1950s and 60s and 70s. They still were doing them up till very recently. They've only stopped because they're moving the operation. And there's the stories of 3-eyed fish coming out of there, and deers with 2 heads. And it just so happens that Lyme disease just so happened to appear just far, not far from there. So that is something we are going to be looking into, is Plum Island. I'll be doing some deep digging. Hi Space Cat, how you doing, love? So I'm going to be watching some old Phil Schneider videos as well, doing a bit of deep dive into him. And then our lovely Ellen, I haven't spoke to her for ages. She sent me a link yesterday, which sent me a post, and it was about, they think there's cannibals in America in a national park. So I did a bit of digging, and apparently this news story came out last year, but it's still really worth looking into. So cannibals in America, and we're talking wrong turn stuff. Right, hang on a minute. What's this breaking news? One sec. I'm just drinking my tea. I'm just going to listen to this. Fishing industry has spoken out on the seizing of 2 British fishing vessels. Oh, it's about the fishing vessels. They've actually seized 2 of our vessels in our own water, the French have, because of this deal that old Keir Starmer, old Kia Cars did with the EU. I don't know if you've heard of this. I haven't had a deep dive into it, and obviously I probably won't be doing it on this channel anyway. I'll be over on my other one. But they've seized 2 of our own fishing vessels in our own waters because he's given the French access to our waters. Now, our fishing stock in our waters around us are so low. They're that low you can't get cod where we are now. You can't get cod. First cousin marriage isn't wrong term stuff. It's not ideal, but you're looking at brothers and sisters and fathers and daughters and all that shit, because yeah, I don't think first cousin marriage should be allowed anyway, but I certainly don't, this wrong turn stuff, the genetics are closer than cousins. But yeah, we'll be looking into it. But I thought it was a news story, but it's not. It's from last year, but it's still really worth looking into. I don't like minging old fish. I don't eat fish, but you can't even get cod here now. It's because there was remember that oil spill? That was really weird. Do you remember that, folks? When a couple of months ago, when there was that fishing trawler thing. What was it? It was a cargo ship. Drove into I don't remember what it was now. Is it a fishing vessel or something? You don't just have an accident like that at sea. And then they tried to blame it on the Russians, and it literally, an oil tanker, that was it. It was an oil tanker and a cargo ship. Well, that oil spill has killed all the fish in the North Sea where we are, along that coast there. It was just off Hull where it happened. There's no fish. So everyone's going back down to the channel, and the French have taken it. It's absolutely disgusting. I cannot express to you how bad this government are. And honestly, I don't know what to say, really. Hello, Shirley. Yeah, I've heard of people getting married to their first cousin, having kids, and they've not had a problem. There is a chance, but I don't think it's... If you're going to do it with your brother and your sister and your pet, that's the shit that's really wild. Yeah, cousin marriage is legal, Nikki. It's legal, yeah. I was going to show you a comment, but it's gone off the screen. Yeah, Shirley. Were the kids okay? Hi, Rach. Hi, Cosmic. How we all doing? So anyway, I'm just drinking my tea that's going to be cold, and then I will crack on with we want to look into this, say a quick catch up, quick chat, see how we all doing, let you know what you think of what's going to be coming up on the channel, and then we'll have a quick look at what's going on in the curious news. Yeah, the kids are fine. Yeah, I don't agree with it, but it's not. Hi, Susan. First the farmers, now the fishers. Well, they didn't save the steel in Port Talbot, though, did they, in Wales? Yeah, I've just been mad rushing. I've got to walk George yet as well, so it's just been a crazy week. Free Speech loved it anyway. So she's moving up here. It's just, she lives down south. Down south, I won't say where, down south. So it's a lot to do to get moved. But yeah, it's this, I don't want to talk about politics on this channel, you see, because it's the Curious Bunny, and it covers all sorts of weird things, and even things that are what classed as mainstream now are weird. So, but the Penny for Your Thoughts channel, we've got to start using that, I think, because I want to keep all my news and everything off the Penny Bunny channel. I just want animals over there. So this can only do so much until it starts to become mainstream news, and I don't want to cover mainstream news on this channel. So the Penny for Your Thoughts is the one that we need to get out there. Oh, there's nothing worse than noisy neighbours and annoying neighbours. Oh God, they make your life a living hell. No matter what goes on in your world, in your life, you can come home. But when it's your neighbours, your home is hell. And I know exactly how that feels, and it made me ill as well when I had it back in Brum. Hi, Catherine. How you doing, darling? So I'm just drinking my cuppa, and then we're going to start talking about a couple of stories that are in the news. Let me know how you're all doing anyway. You have a nice weekend. I just thought to have a quick chat. 30% of birth defects, this is Sawan's comment, in the UK come from the Pakistani community that make up less than 3%. Oh, really? It's like India as well. I think a lot of Indians, not all obviously, but a lot of Indians have like an extra finger or a little stump on their finger. Like that would be an extra finger. Oh, thank you, Space Cat. And I do want to do like a bit. Eventually I'll move it to like politics, news, and the true crime will end up over there as well. I want to get it off here really. But it's just nice to have a little chat with you all, because I say I've not been on. Oh, right, okay. Listen to this. This is breaking news, yeah? I'm just watching GB News. White House have come out and said that they are monitoring UK free speech. Now, I was saying this to Al. I don't want to get too political on this channel, but you remember when Trump first got in and he was on about the Chagos and he was on about the free speech and JD Vance was, yeah? And then when Trump wanted the state visit, he wanted to do the state visit, he was all nice to Starmer, because Starmer turned up there with his little envelope, didn't he? The king invited him, yeah? Trump's not stupid. He's coded up to Starmer, and it's wound a lot of us up. It wound me up how nice he was to him after saying all this stuff when he was just got in, because he wanted the state visit. Trump is out for himself and his own country, but that's fine, you know. I wish our Prime Minister were like that. So then all that recently where they were doing that trade deal and they were chatting on the phone and it was all nice. Oh, thank you, Lee. It was all lovey-dovey and all that shizness, yeah. And I said to Al, I said, I'm done. I'm done with him. I'm done with Trump now. He's just, I know he's got his state visit. And now he's getting his trade deal, and he's all over him, and it's sickening. You know, do you remember the video? There was like it was a live press conference, and Kia was on the phone going, "Hi, Donald." Did you guys watch that? Hi, Donald. Yes, and you know the way he talked through his nose. Yes, Donald. And like, hello, Jimmy, how you doing? It's like, shut up. So all that shizness, and then I was like, I'm fuming. But the next day after he signed that trade deal, which was in much more interests of the US, we got nothing from that. We just got a little bit of what we already had. He got a lot more from us. Then they started talking about the free speech again, yeah? And that's when I said to Al, I think it was last week, I said, watch now, watch. He's got his state visit from the king. We've got that penciled in for September. There's no exact date yet, but it's penciled in, right? Then he's got his trade deal that did the US a lot of benefit over us. He's got what he wants now. Let's see if he goes back to calling out Starmer, and he has, and this is what I wanted. He just used him. Yeah, Nikki, Was you here that night? Where's your comment? Hi, Jimmy. Where's your comment gone? That I said to Al, I says, we're going to have the police train because I started that. That night when those firebomb things we were talking about, right? He's a narcissist, but Trump gives a shit about his country. And that's enough for me. He cares about his country. And he'll get things done. He puts his own people first, not the globalists, not politics, not the Republican Party. He puts the people first. That's fine. Yes, so what I was going to say, remember, Nikki? when that firebomb things happen, yeah, as soon as, like, they said they'd arrested a 21-year-old, I remember sitting in saying to you guys a couple of weeks ago, I don't mean to, like, I'm not, it's allegedly, but it's a theory. I think it's a scorned lover. Didn't I say that? I said, because how would they know who it is? What 21-year-old would know houses linked to Keir Starmer? He used to live in one years ago. One of them, you know, no one would know that. Oh, George is tapping me. Come on, George. I've only just started, bud. He wants to go for his walk. Want to go for your walkies very soon. Oh, it was George's birthday yesterday, guys. I didn't get to do a little video. I will do. I'll do it on my other channel. Hi, Blackjack. Yeah, that was it. Right, okay. Hi, Squirrel. So, anyway, going back to that. So, with Trump, now that he's got what he wants, he's now calling this out for what it is. And I'm glad. So, the president needs to help us. President Trump, you will not hear this. But if you do, which you won't. But if you did hear this, help us. You love the UK. Your nana was Scottish. Help us. Because we are in the shit. Okay? He doesn't care about America. Well, that, yeah, but at the end of the day, I don't agree with that, Jimmy. But we can agree to disagree without falling out, you see. That's what we do over here. I disagree. He gives a shit about his country. He loves his country. You can't knock him for that. He loves his country. He truly, there's little things that he's doing over there that people don't even notice. Like, we hear about the fires in California, but there was major floods in the Carolinas that no one was talking about on the mainstream media over there. He went down there and he said to them all, this is as important as the fires are, but no one gives a shit about you. Tasmin, hello. Yeah, well, that going back to that, right, I said that night, right, and a lot of people can confer. Nobody had said anything about this. It was, no one knew about them being Ukrainian either at the time. This was when it had just happened. They'd arrested a 21-year-old. And I said, this was that day, it just happened. I think you come on the news while we're live. And I said, how would a 21-year-old know houses linked to him? If you were like somebody who hated the Prime Minister, you wouldn't think of that. You might think of Checkers. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, bud. You would think of Checkers at the most. You'd think of Downing Street. He's got a house somewhere. But these were houses that were just linked to him. These were clearly houses. Now, he used to live in one, right, in the 90s, but I reckon that he had connections to that house still. These lads, then there was a second one, but the first arrest, he was 21. He was 21. I think that was a scorned lover, and I said it at the time, and people were laughing, saying, that's a bit nuts. I just had a gut feeling. Something said to me, there's more to this, because how would he know where he'd ever been? These houses were clearly houses that he has taken these people to, right? This is my thoughts. This is a theory before people start, you know, the thought police. Are we still allowed to think out loud in this country? I don't know anymore, are we? Can we think out loud? Can I think out loud? What do you reckon? Exactly, Sawon, exactly. Probably. And then when it came out that there was one, then it said there were two, and then once it said Ukrainian. Now, you guys know how I feel about what's going on in Ukraine. Ukraine is a massive people trafficking, money laundering country. It's just so corrupt. Controversial? No, I I like him in a way that he gives a shit about the Russian people, just like Trump does. Oh my God, look who it is, Lee. Look. Look, Lee, look. Hello, how are you doing, mate? I think you're ace. Lee, that's how we met, do you remember? It's the Doom Show dude. Me fellow Brummie. How you doing, mate? Yeah, he does stand up against globalism. Exactly, but Jimmy, so does Trump. I've been to Ukraine. It's a lovely country. Well, not anymore, but then parts of it, you know. Let me just... Hang on a minute. I've missed some of these comments. I can't highlight them. Here we go. Used to in the Pebble Dash house, a common count size for his toolmaker daddy who actually owned the factory. Yeah. Do you remember all that toolmaker tosh? Yeah, but we're not yam yams, you see. People think that Brummies are yam yams. We're not. Yamoros. I was chatting to these guys the other day. I was at the pub, and he was like, he said, I've got a mate, and he's like, he talks yam all right. He says, he's a Brummie. I said, no, he's not. He says, he is. I says, no, he's not. I said, he's a yam yam. Lee, have you seen who's here? Lee, Doom Show's here. Hello, Mr. B. Met's getting married next year, lol. Is that weird fat Australian guy, the pedo? Alleged. I did say one. I did. I sure did. What's a yam yam? Right, so if you're from Wolverhampton or Dudley, you know, you just yam or rice, you know, how you doing, yam? It's sort of saying yow. Yes, it's yow and yam. So am is yam. So we call them yab yams, yam yam, yam or rice. That's what we say, but we call them that. But we're not that. We're Brummies. But yeah, a lot of people up here, they don't know the difference. I'm the only Brummie in the village, but there's apparently there's another one now. I know I met another Brummie lady, didn't I? Yeah, there's a Brummie round the corner, and then there's a yam yam as well. So we're multiplying. We're taking over Yorkshire. Anyway, moving on. So keep an eye on this, because I'm telling you, this Starmer thing, I called it out, and I didn't know anybody else said that. And I said to Al the other day, I said, what if they come and find me and say you're patient zero? You started it all. I hope not. I didn't put it on Twitter. I should have put it on Twitter, shouldn't I? Bit like George's and Mackems. I don't. Oh, is it Mackem and Middlesbrough? If Trump and Putin gave a shit about their countries and people, they're not pushing World War III. Yeah, you're a yam yam. Yeah, Brum Vixen. Yam all right. How are you? You're right. Down the road. Anyway, moving on. Mackem, I've never heard that, but I can believe it. Yeah, the thing is, right, if Trump and Putin wanted to start World War III, you know, China, right? China, if they were the baddies that we're told they are, they would have got involved a long time ago in Ukraine. They haven't. They supported Russia from afar, but they're like, we're not getting involved. Now look at the West. Straight in there. What do you need? What do you need? Funding billions into Ukraine to blow things up. The minute you catch a North Korean soldier got caught in Ukraine, there was uproar. What about all the people that we're sending there? We're sending mercenaries there. We're funding them. The West, it's always one rule for them, one rule for us. We can have nukes. You can't have nukes. Oh, you're dangerous. You've got nukes. Well, you've got nukes. We've got nukes. Yummies abound. You see, yam yam. Hi, Stella. How you doing, bud? Oh, no. Oh, blimey. Oh, he said he was in love with me last night. Oh, my God, what a night. He said he'd been stalking me for 2 years. I stand with Palestine. Oh, blimey. I don't stand with anyone. I stay with England. I think that's another load of tosh as well. It's all these movements, you know. It's like, I stand with this, I stand with Ukraine, I've had my jab. You know, it's about putting people into little boxes and saying, right, you're that, you're that, you're that. And you get someone like me come along and say, I don't give a shit about any of it. I stand with my own country and I stand here. Yeah, exactly. Sod the rest of them. They don't give a shit about us. England all the way. Hi, Ellen. Ellen, I've been looking at this, yeah. We'll have a quick look at it in a minute. But it come out last year about it. But I think it's worth a deep dive. I really do. Ellen sent me that. Isn't she gorgeous? I love her eyes. We need to we need to make an effort this summer and meet up, whether we come halfway or what. We need to find somewhere with that can take the little ones, the little dogs. But they're ever so lovely, Ellen. They're not like little yappy little things. They're like kids. Free speech will tell you. Yeah, I think someone has seen it and shared it. Good old England. They've got rid of our England flag. Hello, Terry Knowles Band again. I have other sub-channels live at the same time. Penny comes first. Well, I think you're amazing. I love you for that. Right, anyway, so my tea's... I'm just finishing my tea. Good old England with an Australia flag. They've got rid of our flag again. Do we need to do some more emails, guys? Look, watch. Let me just put in the England flag. Watch this. Ready? Watch that. A black flag and a load of crosses. They've done it again. YouTube have taken away our St. George cross. Why? Why is our St... Try putting in Scotland as well. Let me show you this. Watch this. Watch. Something needs to be done about this. Remember last time and I complained and they brought it back. Right, let's try the Scotland flag. Watch really quickly. It'll come up really quickly. Watch. Watch. Gone. Scotland doesn't exist. Do you know why this is, folks? And I've said this before and I'll say it again. They want to get rid of individual nations. They want us to just be the UK. Let's see if Wales works. Gone. No Wales. Fleeing danger. They're fleeing France, exactly. It's ridiculous. Right. Look at this, guys. They've got rid of our flag. Now, you can see it on the screen. Well, I can. On StreamYard. Look. Can't look at it on the phone. UK work. Do you know what it is? The UK works. They want shot of the individual nation states within the United Kingdom. So they want rid of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. And all they want is the UK as one entity. Now, I'm not British. I am English. Britain isn't a country. It's like the EU. It's the same thing, but on a bigger scale. They want to get rid of all the individual nations in the EU and just be the EU. Well, no. Each nation has got its own culture. And they're doing it here. England has got its own culture. There's not much left of it, but we still have Morris dancers. They still have them where we are. We still have Morris dancing going on the 1st of May, on May Day. Look at the history, what we've got. Look at the Celtic history in Scotland and in Wales. They want it gone. I am English and then I'm British. So that's my little rant. But we do, guys, if I draft something, yeah, all the other flags work. Try any other flag. Yeah, and me, Elaine. Try any other flag. I told you this was going to be more of a chat, didn't I, than a proper news show. I did say that. I'm going to just do a chat, a quick catch up, and then we'll have a look at a couple of stories. Church bells, yeah. Do they have a Muslim flag? Well, English is a culture. Well, there's not a Muslim flag because Muslims are religion, but there are Muslim countries. You've got the Pakistani flag. You've got the Saudi Arabia flag. Pakistan works, look. All the flags work, apart from us. The first flag, the very first flag, is the Pride flag. And then it's the trans flag. And then it's the pirate flag. So those are the most important flags. Apparently. And then right at the end, and I mean right at the very end, you've got England, Scotland, and the poor Welsh are last. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. Having a bit of a moan there. This is not very curious, is it? Anyway, so Who was it who told me about this? Was it Brum Vixen? Brum Vixen mentioned this to me the other day, and I thought it was worth having a quick look into. And this first came out 4 days ago, but there has been an update. Yeah, it's a religion. Hi, Peaky. Yeah, they got rid of our flag. No comment is what I'm going to say. No comment. It has. I've been saying it for a long time. I believe so, yeah. And that's why you don't see them kids, because they don't exist. As we all know, Israel and Palestine flags look like. I don't know who Charlie Vike is. I think I've heard of him. Yeah, so we're going to have a look at this story, all right? No, it's just YouTube. It's just YouTube. It's Google. I will be talking to them, and believe you me, I will be talking to them. If one person moans, but if we all moan, right. Oh, for God's sake.
I bought cars on finance.
I don't want a car on finance. I hate this. I hate all these ads. Look, who's that BBC star on Suicide Watch? But it won't let me click on it. I wonder if it's old horny Hugh. Right, let's try and get off this ads. Hang on. It's stuck on the ad. One sec, folks. I don't know why it's saying that for. Oh, for the love of God, go away. I don't want to watch you washing your car. Oh my God. How do I get rid of this, folks? I don't want it there. It's going to just get in my way now, isn't it? I'm going to have to come out of it and go back in again and show you this story. I'm being trolled by the bloody ads. Wow. Look at, hang on a minute. Something else has just come up. Hold on a sec. Oh no. Right. International footballer has died in a heart attack. Right. Which we can't talk about because we'll get into trouble. But a 51-year-old died of a heart attack. International former Malaysian. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. God, there's so much going on in the news right now. Right, let me get back out of here. Being trolled by fucking this tosh. Right, okay. So I went to this one because I thought it might have less ads. I were wrong. Right, let's try again. So this was the initial story that came out 4 days ago. Now we have got an update, but I'm going to show you the original story. This is what Brum Vixen was talking about. So, yeah, I know, that's what we've been on about. New hobby, lovely jubbly. Penny Bunny news at 10. He was a tool maker and a factory owner. Right, okay. Guys, if you're coming in looking at a professional news show and a curious news show, we're not always like this, all right? I usually come on and I go straight into the curious news if you're coming in, okay? This is just a chill, a chat, and a little look around, all right? I didn't have a news show ready. I wasn't ready. It was too late. So it's been a bit manic again. All right, Space Cat, my love. I do want to do a call-in show soon as well. I really do. But I need to get some topics together. I wonder if there are pics, Julius. Have you not seen them? Right, hang on. Let me just get this up and then I'll show you after. I'm probably going to have to go on to DuckDuckGo. There's a photo of him kissing that Lord Ali. Yeah, Chill and Chat Sunday, yeah. You know that Lord Ali who bought him all them clothes and he's bought his wife dresses? It was Dan Wootton that released it. Let me just do this and then we're going to get on to this story with this poor lady. Oh, look, it's gone. Oh, George is tapping. I told you. Oh, it's been deemed fake. Of course, it's been deemed fake. I'm not even going to show it then. AI, can you please come here? It wasn't real. How do you know it wasn't real? Who told you it wasn't real? The Night Space Cat. Exactly. The fact checkers told us it wasn't real. Go figure. Loads of people were commenting about that, saying they've been in for cosmetic surgery and woke up without a kid. Commenting. So, saying that they've been, yeah, it's scary, isn't it? What about our friend that went, AI? AI, it was Dan Wotton, yeah. Can you come here and help me, AI? Because George is tapping and I can't cope. Anyway, let's look into this. So this was the initial story, and Brum Vixen, was it you, Brum Vixen, sweetie, that sent me this? Hi, Richard. Yeah, me and Paz will get on it. Can you imagine me and Paz? Loose ends, lol. That's so funny. That would be great, wouldn't it? Me and Paz, forget loose women, loose ends. I love it. I love it. We could, yeah, I think me and Paz would be good on the radio as well. Like, we could do like a radio show of a Saturday afternoon. AI, Gizmo's asleep. You know what that means. It's going to be up all night. Right, okay, so this was the original story. AI, can you please come and help me? Because George is tapping. Portsmouth dad suffers the deepest trauma. I forgot to ask you what the audio was like as well. What's the audio like, folks? Good boy, George. I'll take you soon, darling, okay? Mummy, take you soon. His wife was 28 years old. She mysteriously died in Turkey. This is really sad, folks. Oh my God. There's not even a cross button to get rid of it. Look. So I'm just going to sack this off and go to a different page. He's been tapping. He's just stopped a sec. I know. Because he heard you coming, you see. Oh. So I want to get the initial story up, and then once we've got that, then I can give you the update from today. Let's try this one. So a mother, 28, dies mysteriously on holiday in Turkey before her devastated family learn her body was desecrated. That's the word that they use for the disc in my back. When I got my initial results back about 8 years ago, the initial MRI results. L5 to S1, desecrated. Gone, ripped apart, gone. It's got worse since, but that word haunts me because of that. I cannot imagine what this poor man, I can't get my head around it. Where did our friend go, AI? I don't want to say who it is because too many weirdos. Can't name any of my friends. I think it was Turkey, wasn't it? He's gone. Is AI back in the chat yet? AI, are you there? He's walked off. AI, where did our friend go on holiday? Audio good, thank you, Blackjack. Lee, did you see who came in? Our mate, Doom Train person, where we met originally. Yeah, me and Lee met years ago on another channel, didn't we, Lee? I think it was when I first started streaming. He came in. Right, not desecrated, organ trafficking. Yes, exactly. I agree. Yeah, okay, so he went to Turkey. Now, he took his best mate for this plastic surgery, and he was supposed to have gone down first, but she did. No. She was supposed to go down first, but they took him instead. They took her down second, and she ended up seeing a different surgeon, and they destroyed her face. She went in for, I think it was to take some wrinkles out and to pull the cheekbones up, and she got infected. She had to stay there for weeks and weeks in intensive care. They cut it all wrong, and then when they thought she were going to die, and I've seen her since, I've seen her in real life. They went for surgery, and he went for some teeth, I think, and he went for stuff as well, didn't he? He went for, like, people want plastic surgery and they don't want to pay the prices in Harley Street, so they go to Turkey. I can't imagine it. I think it's vain, but that's just my opinion, but each to their own, all right? But she stayed in intensive care. They cut her face to bits, and when she finally got home, AI, do you remember when we went round and she were there? Do you know that film Smile? It was bad, man, yeah. Do you remember that film Smile, where the face does that thing? She looked like she was out of the film Smile. And it was really difficult to not stare, bless her. She survived it. She nearly died. They butchered her face. Yeah, she did. She had that flesh-eating bacteria thing. But she had that, and they also didn't do it right. And she's alive. And she came. This was last year, and when she came back, she looked like that film Smile, and I couldn't look at her. And I felt really bad, really awkward. She looks a lot better now, though, to be fair. I've seen photos of her now. Anyway, this poor woman, right, so she went to Turkey. Now, I don't know what she went for. They're saying that they were on holiday. So a father, so it's her dad, has told of a deep trauma when he's young. Oh, I thought you meant her father. So they've got children as well. When his young wife died on a family holiday. So they were on holiday then. So she wasn't there for plastic surgery then. I'm confused now. But this is the story that I did promise Brum Vixen I would cover. I think it was Brum Vixen. Because she sent it me. Oh, Jan. Jan sent it me as well. Ah, Jan. Hi, Justine. It's been ages. How you doing, my love? She was so stoic. It was amazing. What do you mean by that? Yes, she's alive. That's the main point. Yeah, she is alive. But she just didn't give a shit, did she? If that was me, I wouldn't be able to show my face. No pun intended. But I felt bad for her. Because my friend went, you're gonna want to laugh when you see her face. And I went, I won't. But I might find myself staring, but I'll try not to, you know. HS2 plunged into fresh chaos as major tax fraud. Wow. Anyway, so Luke Martin's wife Beth died while on holiday after becoming delirious and unwell. Right, can I just confirm she wasn't there for plastic surgery? Right, so me and many others just presumed she was there for plastic surgery, like my friend was and his friend. That she was actually there on holiday. This is even worse. She was there on holiday, guys. She became delirious and unwell upon arrival. She was rushed to hospital but died 2 days later. Luke had to break the news of his wife's death to his distraught children. In a further horrific development, her autopsy, I wonder where her autopsy was, revealed her heart was removed after she passed away in Turkey without the family's knowledge or permission. The hospital is now being investigated for negligence. They're pushing that one. Beth's family say they were kept in the dark about the seriousness of her condition after her death, and her death, with Luke even being accused at one stage of poisoning his wife. This doesn't make any sense. This is hang on a minute. What was wrong with her then? That's the question. Are they actually targeting people and poisoning people to make them go to hospital so they can do this? It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Look how young they are. Look how young they are. Guys, he looks like Mongo, doesn't he, a little bit? He's even got Hugo Boss t-shirt on. Most of you won't know who I'm talking about, but if we've got Jimmy in still, he will know. Lucas described his ordeal as the worst week of his life. I can't imagine. 2 weeks ago, my wife and 2 kids set out for a family. He hasn't said our 2 kids. Does that mean that it's his kids from previous? You'd think he would have said my wife and our 2 kids, wouldn't you? At no point has he said our. Oh no, my children lost them. Okay. Set out for a family holiday in Turkey. Only 3 of us made it back, Luke wrote on social media on the 11th of May. I lost my wife. My children lost their mum, so it was hers. We lost the biggest piece of the puzzle. That was our family. It has been the worst and most traumatic week of my entire... I couldn't write that on social media. Could you? Any of you be able to write that on social media if that had just happened? See if I can make it go bigger. Write them stupid ads. That's better. Oh, there's a GoFundMe. Right, hang on. It has been, I had to break the news to my babies. Why isn't it our babies? I find that weird. Like, it's ours, not mine. Do you know what I mean? It's worded like they're not her children. Right, so we put it on social media because of the GoFundMe. I'm just finishing my tea. Right. According to the GoFundMe, Luke was banned from seeing his wife and was not given any regular updates on her condition. Luke was accused of poisoning his wife and was interrogated by police. This is really weird, this. But was cleared and faced no further action. The family also say they were treated extremely poorly by Turkish authorities. Why would you go to Turkey? No offence, but it's a Muslim country. I would want to go on holiday to a Muslim country. I would never go on. You couldn't pay me to go, let alone me pay them. You could end up doing it. Just no, I just wouldn't do it. This is why I holiday in the UK. You just see all these horror stories, don't you? The family also said they were treated extremely poorly by the Turkish authorities, being made to carry Beth's body in a bag through the hospital. What? High tone dial. Luke added in his social media post, I stayed in Turkey for another 2 days to ensure she was brought back, and I booked myself on the same flight home. I wouldn't be able to talk about all this though. Would you be able to make social media posts? I just can't. No, my wife was still on my flight, but I couldn't be next to her. Broke me even more. The harsh reality of coming home and the world still spinning as if nothing, well, that's questionable, as if nothing has happened is horrible. Realisation of becoming a mum and dad, packing her clothes away for the last time, and the deafening silence when the kids are asleep. If anyone can take anything from this, hold your loved ones a little longer. Don't sleep on an argument. That's what I try and do. But it does happen sometimes. We're all human. Take photos, take videos, tell them that you love them more. You will never know when any of these may be your last. I love you, babe, forever by my side, this life and the next. The GoFundMe has raised more than 100,000 so far. What's with these GoFundMes every time something happens? This is really weird, isn't it, Nicola? Nicola, let me just read what people are saying here. This seems off. Well, I can't get the comment. Hi, April. Apparently, they were just on holiday. I can't see your... It's not letting me... Well, we don't know what happened. It could have been taken while she was alive. We don't know, do we? Yeah, that's what happened to this woman that we know. Like the guy that had it done, we're the friend with the guy, but I also like know her through him, and he was okay, but she wasn't. That's why they invented the term brain dead. I've missed some of this because I've not getting the chat. Oh, Nicola, are you Nicola? Hello, Linda. I'm gutted that Jan's not here, but she's probably in bed. How you doing, Linda, love? What's the point of being? I think some of it you can be dead, can't you? Some parts, I don't know. I personally, right, and and a lot of people won't agree with me, right? The hedgehogs are here, guys. I can hear them. Shh, shh, shh. They make these noises. They're horrible to each other, you know. They really bully each other. They all pick on the certain one. I hate it. So, organiser Robert Hammond, in the week since bringing Beth home, the family is battered and bruised. Everyone is a shell of themselves and no one knows how to even begin to recover from something so horrific, yet still it gets worse. The UK autopsy began, right? So she died. They didn't know while she was there, right? So they did the UK autopsy, and then the final blow, Beth's heart was missing. The Turkish hospital has removed it. Now, we don't know whether the heart was taken while we don't even know, do we? What if she was killed by doing that? It's all okay for people to go, oh, well, they need the heart while she's alive. Well, how do we know she wasn't? We don't know, do we? That's the whole point, you know? This guy, do you know what? This organ harvesting is a massive trade. And we just don't hear about it. But occasionally something slips through the net like this and we hear about it. They have invaded her body and taken her heart out. No explanation, no consent. Robert continued, everyone is a shell of themselves. No one knows how you begin to recover. I just can't imagine writing this on social media. I just don't get it. I honestly, my brain is like, if this, I can't even imagine how this bloke's feeling, right? But if this was the case, you would have somebody else doing this for you. You couldn't type this out on social media, but he's asking for 100 grand. Why? Wouldn't the authorities in the UK do that? All right, George, you going for walkie soon? Yeah, a walkie soon. Yeah, George. Oh, I love him, so cute. The Turkish hospital had removed it, right? I've read that bit. Her heart, the piece of Beth, that was more treasured than any other, and this is why we are fighting back. Luke even has spent thousands. He's self-employed, meaning that if he's not back to work in a matter of days, he won't be able to support his family. They are grieving, traumatised, and now trying to put the pieces of their family. You would never be able to put that back together. To support GoFundMe, visit this link. Let's have a look. Right. We have got an update on it as well. Let me just get this up and go. Something feels off here. Is that just my curious mind? Is that just my the way my brain works? Because my brain works like Nicola's brain. Okay, so this is the GoFundMe. If this had just happened, I can't imagine thinking about setting up a GoFundMe and writing that on social media if that had just happened to my other half. If anything, somebody around you might do it, but I don't understand what the GoFundMe is about. Well, why is that all people think about at the moment? Is that, look at this, they've made over 250,000. Robert Hammond is organising it. Oh, so somebody else is doing it then, it's not him. Right, we want to begin by saying that, like many others with great sense of pride and the classically strong British resolve, that asking for money from family, friends and strangers on a public platform is not something that's taken lightly. If anyone reading this is facing financial difficulty, or if this story doesn't connect with you, please at the very least share this GoFundMe. on social media, talk about it at work, at the pub, anywhere. So if you can't afford to donate, or if the story doesn't resonate with you, talk about it at the pub. What the feck is this about? Yesterday we did it. Once again, I would like to pay an amazing tribute for you all for sharing, donating and giving up your time to read, care and spread the love. The response from our local community, our city, our county, our country, and in fact all around the world has been exceptional. The funds are going to be spent on many things like living day-to-day expenses and bringing up children. What? Wow, someone's given 1,200 quid. That's a bit bad, isn't it? So sorry for your heartbreaking loss. I'm going to get in. I'm not reading the chat. I just don't understand what this is about, to be honest. Let me just get back in the chat. Hold on. Oh, I'm not showing it, am I? You want to see it, don't you? Shit, hold on. My bad. I thought I'd shared it. Sorry. Here we go. Did I share it? Did I get rid of it? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. Sorry. I tell you, I'm tired. I told you I'm really tired. So, yeah. There's the GoFundMe. I'm just reading the chat. Child trafficking victims been discovered with marker pen line. Yeah, I can imagine. Hi, Gina. Well, he's fell asleep, so... Are you all right, Georgie? I know you're waiting for Pew Pew. I hope... Yeah, I don't understand it. No, you're not being horrible. These are real questions. So, travel insurance, holiday... You have to have insurance to go abroad now, don't you? You have to, I think. If you book a package deal, I think you have to have insurance. I would never give blood or anything like that. I'd never let them touch me. I know. How you doing, Gina? I don't know. Let me just read through the chat on my phone because I can't. It only shows you the last few comments on here. Let me go back through. Oh, Jordan, yeah. She was poisoned. They wouldn't use her art. Yeah, news of the world. I'm not a donor, and that's what I was going to say to you, right? Again, I'm not being nasty, right? And you guys might say that this is wrong. I would faint as well. If God made us, this again, you might not agree. If God made us to be able to have interchangeable parts, we would be made so that we could have interchangeable parts. I thought all holiday companies had to have insurance now. No, I can't imagine going away and not having insurance for things like that. So you are a donor if you haven't opted out. I think I have. Look for, hang on. I am what? I am Melly Gray. She has with them on holiday when it happened. She has what? Sorry, I've missed it. AI, would you write that send in case I'll remember it, all right. I'll remember that, Ellen. If not, send it me on a WhatsApp, darling, please. Yeah, so if God wanted us, I am Ellie Gray, thank you. If God wanted us to be able to do that, he would have met, or she, thank you, Ellen Don, he or she would have made us be able to swap things around, you know, like an android. But the thing is, we're going a bit deep now, but I genuinely believe, I've said this before, I think that we are created, like, we are literally future tech. That's what we are. We work like a machine, you know, the veins are like the wires, you've got a brain. Electricity runs through our body. I get shocks off Al all the time. We've got electricity running through us. We've got connectors. We're literally a created thing. But they haven't made us, whoever made us, God, to have interchangeable parts. Because if we had interchangeable parts, we wouldn't need to cut open and spurt blood out, you know? Yeah, April, I agree, darling. I agree. And the post was straight onto social media. Did you read what he wrote about his wife? You couldn't write that. Am I being horrible that none of these things make any sense anymore? Thank you so much, Ellen. So is this somebody else, is it, that's been on holiday? Let's have a look. Thanks, darling. I'm on Instagram, by the way. Right. She's an author. I can't follow her on that account because I'm signed into a different account. Hang on. So what has she spoken about then? I'll have a look after. Okay. I'll have a look after. Yeah, I just find it really bizarre how they all run to the GoFundMe thing. And is it a made-up story? I don't know. Hi, Gary. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some more stuff up now. Just bear with me a sec, all right? There's been updates since. So they made her carry the body, his wife's body around, right? And then they didn't know her heart was missing. He's saying that the hospital gave her the body in a body bag. So let's just break this down. I personally thought that she'd gone for plastic surgery. That was my thought, all right? But apparently they were on holiday. She got taken really, really ill. Took her to hospital, and the hospital said, well, apparently they didn't even tell her that she died. They just left the family. Oh my God, I'm trying to find somewhere that doesn't have all these stupid ads. Honestly. Now, hang on a minute. They're saying the body's just been returned, but then he said that they made him carry the body, didn't they? They said they made him carry the body through the hospital. Hang on. No. Right. He said that they made him carry the body, her body, through the hospital, and that she was on the plane with him going back, but not sat next to him. Right. Now they're saying that the body's just come back. Right, let me just go into DuckDuckGo and see if I can get without these stupid ads. All right, let me just hold on. Oh, this is horrific, man. This is horrible. Right, I'm on DuckDuckGo now, so just bear with me a sec. I don't know if it'll make any difference. I'm looking for the update that was just done 9 hours ago was the last one. Right, what's this one like? Right, let me... still full of ads. Honestly, I'm so sick of this. Right, I'm going to have to just show you what I can. It's just the ads. I thought DuckDuckGo might be better, but it's not. Right. Welcoming everybody, 61 watching. Please hit the like if you enjoy the content. I am out tomorrow evening, but I might jump on when I get back. Depends on what time I get back. Didn't he say, right? Didn't he just say that the body was on the plane? His wife's body was on the plane with him, but she wasn't next to him. Yeah, I'm going to make that bigger. That's what he just said. Now they're saying that the body's just come back. Well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? So this was yesterday. This is a... Health officials in Turkey have broke silence on mysterious death of mom, 28, after shock autopsy results. Mother of two, Beth Martin, tragically died after coming down with a mysterious illness just as she arrived on holiday, and Turkish officials have now released a statement addressing her death. Do you know what this seems like to me? That the Turkey, and again, it is just my thought out loud, it's like they're doing something to holidaymakers to make them ill. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, 28 years old. Yeah, I'm on my laptop though, ain't I? So they've broken their silence and they're saying that that the body's come back now, but the body was with him on the plane. They travelled to Turkey on holiday, but on the flight on the way there, Beth from Portsmouth fell ill. Her symptoms only worsened when they touched down in the holiday hotspot. Look at all these ads. It's worse. And the writing's tiny. There's stuff about the Jay Slater case here as well. I'll have a look at that in a minute. He was accused of poisoning the wife. We know about this. GoFundMe set up. Luke paid thousands of pounds to have Beth's body returned to the UK. Hang on a minute. Doesn't the government cover that? After returning home, a pathologist carried out an autopsy on Beth's body. Her heart was found to have been removed, something which her family claim they were unaware of. The Turkish Ministry of Health has now released a statement denying allegations that Beth's heart was taken out. The Turkish Health Ministry said that Miss Darting died of cardiac arrest. Here we go. This is more likely, guys. You see, this was my initial thought. Then I thought, are they poisoning people, trying to make them ill and go to hospital? But then, are we back to this again with the jibby-jabby? Cardiac arrest due to, multiple organ failure. I'm sorry, but a 28-year-old doesn't have multiple organ failure. They might have a cardiac arrest, which leads to that, but they're saying that the cardiac arrest was secondary to the multiple organ failure. Is it the jibby jabs involved, or are they doing stuff to people as they come off the plane? They couldn't do it to loads. They could say like 1 in every, I don't know, 1 in every 20. She looks young and healthy. Yeah, because we know they've got technology now where they can like shoot little darts at people and stuff and poison them, you know. The patient was recorded in the hospital records as a forensic case. What? In the hospital? In line with the statement of Martin's wife that they may have been poisoned by a meal they ate in their country before the trip, and the initial findings. They're saying that they ate a meal before they got on the plane. A forensic case. What? Turkish officials also claim that Miss Martin, why are they calling her Ms when she's married? It should be Mrs. Did not undergo any surgical procedure. Her preliminary autopsy was non-invasive. So they're saying that her autopsy that was done in Turkey was non-invasive. So they performed an autopsy without cutting her open. What? Are you reading this, folks? Autopsy, right, I have to read this again for my own sanity, was non-invasive and done without incisions. Isn't an autopsy invasive and done with incisions? So it's not an autopsy then, is it? Oh, a preliminary, I can't say that, autopsy without incision. Well, it's not an autopsy then. Was performed at the hospital in accordance with the forensic case procedure and his wife's request. Performed at the hospital with a forensic... His wife's request. What? A preliminary autopsy without incision. How can she request it if she's dead? Was performed at the hospital in accordance with the forensic case procedure and his wife's request. How can she request an autopsy if she's dead? I'm really confused. I'm really tired and my head's hurting and this doesn't make any sense. I hate it when things don't make sense. No matter how many times I read it, it's still not making sense. I'm just reading it over and over and none of it makes any sense. I'm drinking cherry Coke. Thing is though, Ellen, if you felt ill, you wouldn't get on a plane, would you? If you felt poorly. Exactly, Susan. I'm having to... How can she request to have an autopsy if she's dead? The exact cause of Martin's death, they're calling her Martin, not by her last name, this is how rude they are, could not be determined with the current findings in the preliminary autopsy, which was carried out with the participation of the public prosecutor and the forensic medicine doctor. So they're saying that she passed away. They did an autopsy without cutting her open, right? Let's get this straight, folks. The public prosecutor was there. Why would a public prosecutor be there? It isn't making sense, is it, Justin? It's not just me, is it? Hi, Saskia. Hi, darling. Oh, I need to reply to your email. Sorry, love. I was out when it came through. What are people saying in chat? Because I feel like my head's going to explode. $5 hours. I'll tell you something that's worse than sugar. Sweetener. Well, apparently this is their statement. It isn't making sense. What are people... It isn't you, Pen. Thank you, because my brain hurts. I have to keep reading it. I have to keep rereading it. I know I'm probably sound like a bit of an idiot, but I have to keep rereading it because it doesn't make any sense. Right. So the wife, who's dead, requested an autopsy on her own body. Okay. The public prosecutor, so the government prosecutor, who obviously prosecutes baddies, was there during this autopsy that is the dead person requested, but they didn't cut her open. And a forensic medicine doctor was also there. How do you do an autopsy without cutting somebody open? I don't understand. Beth Martin did not undergo any surgical procedures during her treatment at the hospital, and there was no question of any organs being removed. My mind's working overtime trying to make this work. It's not. Luke has paid tribute to his beautiful wife on social media, as we know. I'm not going to read that again. But why would you, if this had just happened, you wouldn't be writing all this out. Look, he wrote out massive paragraphs about don't sleep on an argument. Hold your loved ones a little longer. Take photos, take videos. That's something that you might write a year or two later. You wouldn't write it a few days after. Right, okay, so Robert Hammond, he's the guy that's doing the GoFundMe. He is Luke's stepfather. So Luke's stepdad is doing the tribute, they're doing the GoFundMe that's got over 250,000 already. He's paid an emotional tribute. Her death left a hole that cannot be filled, as well as a lot of unanswered questions. If these questions were answered, it wouldn't change the fact that she's dead, but it would allow you to grieve rather than just feel angry. Oh. I just want to see what this is a sec, folks. It might just be what we've already know, but I just want to have a quick look at this. Hang on. Detective in Jay Slater case makes bombshell claim over highly sensitive new evidence. An ex-detective who initially helped Jay Slater's family when the 19-year-old went missing has made a bombshell claim about the Spanish police and a piece of evidence that was allegedly ignored. I know this is changing the subject, but let me just read this and we'll go back. Mark William Thomas, oh, it's him again, the guy on the TV. Who worked with the Nicola Bulley case. He's accused Spanish police of failing to investigate a key piece of evidence he had in his possession. Is that his phone? Which could have helped the mystery. The ex-cop claimed that Spanish authorities never came back to him when he told them that he had a crucial recording. I remember this as to share as part of their investigation into Jay. This bombshell claim comes as an inquest into Jay's death was launched. We know about that. I just want to see what this is. Hang on. In a 7-minute long video, revealed the difficulties he faced when dealing with the Spanish police, and he claimed he was ignored when he told investigators he had a key audio recording. Do you remember this? He likes to make it all about him though, doesn't he? This guy here. He pops up everywhere, doesn't he? He sent the information in an email to Spanish authorities. I told them I wasn't able to share the audio at this point because I needed to explain to them how I had obtained it. And also I was very conscious that it was highly sensitive and didn't want it just to be shared around. They never came back to me. Oh, I wonder what that was. So this dude reckons he's got crucial audio that we never got to hear. I'm going to park this to one side, guys, for when we cover the Jay Slater case again, when the happens again. They ignored him. They don't like the public. They don't like working with the public. Well, no one does, do they? But it's usually the bloody public that sort these things out. These dogs are asleep, AI. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to read that. I'm coming back to you now. 69 watching. Who misses? Hit the like, folks. All the dislike. Let's get to 69. Right, hang on. Let me just go back. I can't believe the time. AI, if you're there, the dogs are asleep. Can you please come and get them? Right, let me just see if we've got an update, because there was definitely a newer story on this from 9 hours ago. But I just want to see if I can find it in DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. I know Brave is... I'll have to download Brave. That's better, isn't it? Oh my God. I don't like this. Right. This stinks, this does. This whole story feels off to me. And I can't put my fingers on it. Right, there's something here in the Sun from 2 days ago. Let me just see what this is. That's not right, is it? Oh, Justine, really? I hate my voice. What the? Oh shit, wrong button. I do think out loud a lot. Right, organ alert. Listen to this, folks. This is in the Sun from 2 days ago. Just install, unlock. I will do, but I'm using the web, not apps, to do this at the moment. Maybe. We just don't. The death certificate must state the cause of death. Non-invasive autopsy is what exactly, April? What is it? What is a non-invasive autopsy? 33 likes, 68 watching. Hit the like, guys. Let's get 69 in the house. Do a call in. Not now, I'm not. But I will do one, yeah. What I'm going to do when I do my next call in, I'm going to get some topics lined up for us to discuss, and then I'll get people's views on it. So this might be one of them. Right, look at this. This is 2 days ago in the Sun. Chilling travel warning over Turkey organ harvesting. So they're actually saying this now. After Brit mom Beth Martin has heart taken following tragic accident. So the media are even covering it now, like a harvesting. Hi, Texas. Hospitals in Turkey, hospitals, plural, have faced accusations of stealing organs. Wow. Was anybody... Oh, I forgot what that thing was called now. It was a Korean thing. It was so good. And they were like meeting... These guys were meeting in this hotel, and I can't remember what it was called now. And they were like paying what they thought to meet prostitutes. But then when they got there, the prostitutes were just there to check them out, ask them a few questions, and then their team came in. They actually got the guys, tied them up on this board, drew out all the organs, and then the bidders came in. I forgot what it was called now. It was really good. And then after that, there was then some sort of earthquake, and the hotel flew apart. But before that, they tell us in TV, remember? They tell us. And they were literally these blokes were going to these hotel rooms, paying these prostitutes, right? These like businessmen, thinking that they were the ones who were doing the dodgy stuff. And actually they were being tied up and put on this board, and they were like just drawing them out, like kidney 1, kidney 2 and all this shit. And then the bidders would just appear out of nowhere, and they'd say, right, okay, this man is this age, he's got this much money, so that the prostitute would get as much information as possible. This probably goes on, where are they getting the ideas from? Do you know what I mean? Hello, Bridget Blaine. I might be all set. Oh, really? Oh, 70. I says I got 33 likes, 35. 70 watching. Oh, you mean the 70 watcher? Well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Can't take you anywhere. Lol. AI. Yeah. I bet it does, yeah. I bet it does, Gina. I've not been live much as well, so you've not missed much. Oh, you've been working. I thought it meant you've not been around. You've been working. Alan Edge in the house. Guys, if you remember on here but you want to see my animal stuff, you need to move over to the other one. The memberships are on the other one. AI, these dogs are asleep. You need to come and get them up. I'm not happy about them sleeping. What's this now? So there's the hospital. Oh, right. So the University Pendic Training and Research Hospital. That makes it even worse, doesn't it? Training and Research Hospital. So she was ill there and she ended up all the way over there. Do you not think that makes it worse, though? 2.5 on the Google reviews. Looks like Mongo. Oh, sorry. It's really late, man. 11:20. I got them. She was rushed to a 2-star rated public hospital where she said to have taken her last breath and had her heart removed. Right. The Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office, is that in this country or in the in the EU? What does that mean? Warns that coroners in Turkey can take small tissue samples and organs for testing without the family's permission under Turkish law. The advisory says these organs are usually returned, but then they're denying it. But this was before the Turks came out and they, hang on a minute. Right. Apparently they've already been accused of it. Look, they've faced accusations in the past about it. Meanwhile, the British government's travel advisory published before why are they calling her Ms if she's married? Miss Martin's death warned tourists to be aware of medical treatments in the country. It reads, "We are aware of 6 British nationals having died in Turkey in..." I need to find this. Foreign Office. Extreme exercise caution. And discuss plans with a UK doctor. It's not worth it. People are saving money. Let me just see if I can find this actual government warning thing. Hang on. So hold on a sec. I need AI to come here and he's not responding. AI. The dogs are asleep. They're going to be up all night now. They've been sleeping really well lately. Sort of, anyway. This is going to be hell. What am I doing, folks? What am I doing? Right, Foreign Office. I want the actual... Foreign Office, travel advice. There you go. Travel advice. I don't like them asleep. If you got anything you can give them to eat, because that'll wake them up a little bit, won't it?
Don't pretend like you've been up for hours.
Come on, George. Oh, he's going to bed now. Proper bed. No. You need to get him. No. Get his harness on. I'm taking him out in a minute anyway.
Oh.
Do you want to go for walkies? George. So cute, that dog. Right, hang on. Nah, can't find it. Apparently, I'm looking back here in February. They issued it, but I can't find the actual... There's no link to the actual Foreign Office website. Hang on, let me just try a different way of doing it. I know you're tired, Georgie, but you've not been for a walk today, have you? He's been in the garden all day, but he's not been for his actual walkie. I wonder if there's Foreign Office advice. Hang on. Turkey. Here we go. Right, it was updated 5 days ago. Let me just show you this, folks. Okay, so I found the government website now. I wanted the official website. I won't be long. I'm just going to end this now in a sec, and then I'm going to go for a wee, and then I'll take him. Look at this, guys. My George. Are you having your coat on, or do you want a jumper on? Is it cold, Daddy? Is it cold? Is it raining again? Ugh. Is it really? Right, look at this. Foreign Office advises against all travel to parts of Turkey. This is now. Still current as of the 25th of May. Last updated the 20th. What? Are they talking about Syria? They're talking about... What the? Have you seen this? No travel can be guaranteed safe. LGBT travellers. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man. What? 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 If you're bi, right, would you need travel advice? Or if you're a gay but you're not flamboyant, And, you know, would you need travel? This just blows my mind. Everything is put into these little boxes now. It's like, look, women travellers, disabled travellers, LGBT, like again, this I don't want to go off into a rant, but this here needs a big scissor line down it, because these are sexual preferences. This is something completely different. It is not that. It is different. It really gets to me, this does. The T is a separate issue. It's got nothing to do with sexuality. And it's to do with mindset. Just saying. Right, hang on. Let me just see if I can find anything. I can't see anything about this. It doesn't say anything about hearts. And all right, George, don't worry. He's running away. I'm taking you. Don't worry. You want Mummy to take you? You want Mummy to take you for walkies? Yeah. Oh, he likes his mummy to take him. Right, this is an interesting, this is really, really worrying. Okay, I'm going to read what it says now, okay, and then I need to go because George is waiting. Let me just get this up. I can't find the actual original post. Thanks for staying with me though, guys. It's a late one, isn't it? I don't like late ones. I'm too old now. I used to do really late streams once, didn't I? So we are aware of 6 British nationals dying in Turkey following medical procedures. Some British nationals have also experienced complications. Yeah, we know about that. I bet you one of them's my friend. Yeah, because when she came back, she had to go back to the hospital here. Istanbul, that's where she was. She was wheeled to this training hospital. To me, that would be really worrying to me. If you were wheeled to a training hospital, a 2-star training hospital, that would be worrying. They checked her heart by performing an angiogram, a form of X-ray that shows blood vessels. After doing the checks, the doctors told her husband, Luke, they did not find anything suspicious. However, she was dead the very next day. They left the family in the dark throughout the whole ordeal. And then they got home, a UK autopsy found the heart was removed. Negligence, I think it's more than negligence. Oh, this is just so sad. That's quite far away. I know it looks close there. Oh, 2.3 miles isn't far. It's just how it looks. All right. The public hospital. Hang on a minute. Right. Wouldn't you have insurance to take you to a nice hospital, though? Why would you go to, like, their public hospitals? Must be really, really poor. Says here, he was shot when Turkish police initially accused him of poisoning and killing his wife. She was being treated in intensive care before adding he was banned from seeing her. Where's her parents in all this? Look, because Luke's parents flew out the following day and were again kept in the dark. Oh no, her parents as well, sorry. They were then shocked to discover she'd been transferred to another hospital overnight due to concerns with her heart, but with none of the family members informed. Close friend Ellie, who travelled to Turkey to try and help, detailed her experience of what happened, so her friend went. She revealed that Miss Martin was supposed to be transferred to a private clinic, but the public hospital was slow to act and stopped her from doing so. She told how doctors were acting strangely. All they went on about is, are you going to sue the hospital? Sign this bit of paper. So this is it here, look. They could have at least cleaned it up. Like, I can clean up photos better than this. Shame on you, son. I said, is there something we should be suing for? This is what the friend said. Do you know something we don't? Because that's really suspicious. The family who have not... Did they sign it is the question. The family who have not been told of a cause of death claim they were also forced to carry her body for a body bag. She blasted the hospital saying the insurance company wanted to move her to a private hospital. Yeah, that would make sense. But the public hospital in Istanbul were not cooperating. They were being slow and delaying reports and not sending information over, so they stopped her. She noticed how suspicious it was when Beth's hair was in perfect shape, despite the mum going through 45 minutes of CPR. She speculated. They said they did 45 minutes of CPR, but anyone who has ever had CPR or have seen it knows how brutal it is. When I saw Beth in the morgue after, she had her hair in 2 French plaits and they were perfect. Wow. She added that medical reports ruled out food poisoning as a cause of death, but they don't know how she died. Oh my God, it's like they plaited the hair, like they were taking photos ready to be shown. That's what that screams of to me. Yeah. Hi, Bailey. I don't know. Hi, Steve. Do you know what though? Like, you know, when I was saying about they put these men on the board, it's like they've done her all perfect, yeah? And then took photos and said, this is the person. Because if you're trying to sell the heart, if you're trying to sell it, then you're going to take nice pictures. You wouldn't braid someone's hair. Check the photos. What photos? I'm going to have to go because I need to walk Georgie and I've been on for like an hour and 40 minutes nearly. I had a Turkish surgeon, Airbnb guest in spare room. He said it is very corrupt and they do unnecessary surgeries for the money. Wow. So tomorrow, guys, if I can, I'll jump on. But I'm out. I've got to take Jack out tomorrow evening to one of his clubs. And then I'm out Tuesday evening to another club. So providing I get back and I've got time to do all the hedgies and the birdies, I'll be on either tomorrow or Tuesday. Wednesday I'm free. Thursday I'm out. Friday I'm free. So we'll try and do the calling show on Friday, because that's a good day, isn't it? But I want to get some set topics for us to give opinions on. Otherwise we just end up with just everyone just arguing and talking over each other. Right, I've got to go because George is there waiting for me. His little harness, and he's 1 now. He's so cute. So yeah, all we've done is talk tonight is about one topic and a catch up. So it's not really been a curious news, has it? It's been half an hour of chit chat and then looking into this. So yeah, I'll change the thumbnail to that to suit that. I need to do a thumbnail anyway. Right, guys, good night, God bless, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Don't forget, if you remember on here, thank you. Some people have done both. You don't have to. I've reduced the memberships on both, or if you want to see the animal stuff, it's on the other one. So all the garden streams are going on members only. So if you remember on here, but you want to watch the animals, you're missing out. So just letting you all know. Right, guys, take care. Lots of love, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.